Okay, if you're a CEO, if you're on a board, you are feeling the pressure to get an AI strategy in place. It's not really an option anymore, is it? It feels like this urgent, all hands on deck mandate. But here's the thing, just jumping into the AI arms race without a real, solid foundation, that is a recipe for disaster. So let's get into it and figure out what a real AI strategy looks like when you get past all the hype. And this, right here, is the question every single leader needs to be asking themselves. Are your AI initiatives just about chasing the latest shiny object? Or are they fundamentally designed to make your business survive and thrive in this new world? Because that distinction, it's absolutely critical. And this isn't just some theoretical exercise. A recent PwC survey dropped a bombshell of a number. 40%, 40, of CEOs believe their company won't be economically viable in 10 years if they just stay on their current path. I mean, think about that. That's an existential threat, and it connects directly to the need for a smart, strategic answer to AI. All right, so first up, let's talk about the big problem, right? Where are things going wrong? The current gold rush into generative AI, especially with all these consumer-grade tools, is creating this massive investment trap. And frankly, it's just not delivering real business value. Get a load of this figure from a recent study. 95%, a full 95% of Gen AI investments fail to produce any return. We're talking about all those one-off projects, the little chatbots, the experiments, they almost never make it out of the pilot phase. Why? Because of these deep, fundamental barriers with tech, with data, and with the organization itself. And that brings us to what's being called the Gen AI paradox. A McKinsey report found that 80% of companies using Gen AI are reporting no material impact on their earnings, zero. You see this huge gap between all the activity, all the buzz, and the actual financial results. It's a whole lot of sizzle, but, not a lot of steak. And it gets worse. Beyond the terrible ROI, adopting these consumer-grade large language models brings a whole new world of risk into your business. I mean, we are talking about catastrophic security threats for models that were never ever built for enterprise security. We're talking about massive copyright infringement liability, the very real potential for data poisoning, and of course, the big one, hallucinations, where the AI just makes stuff up, totally unreliable. On top of all those operational risks, these systems are just, well, they're incredibly inefficient. The environmental cost, the sheer amount of power and water they consume is staggering. And the financial cost to train and run these massive, boil the ocean models, it makes them completely unsustainable for most companies. They are a brute force solution when what we really need is precision. So, okay, if the way everyone's doing it right now is broken, what's the alternative? Well, it takes a totally new way of thinking, a new paradigm. We have to stop thinking of AI as just another tool and start thinking of it as the core of a business operating system. So what on earth is an enterprise AI operating system, or an EAI OS? The best way to think about it is like this. You know how your computer's operating system manages all the hardware and software so you can run your apps? Well, a business OS does the same thing for your company. It manages all your data and algorithms to empower your human workforce. It connects everything, data, processes, people, into one smart system. And you can really see the difference side by side here. The hype approach, with its scattered one-off projects, it's terrible on governance, the ROI is a total question mark, security is a huge problem, and you can't really scale it. Now, compare that to the strategic approach, the EAI OS. It's built from day one for strong governance, for a return you can actually measure, with security designed right in, and it's made to scale across the entire enterprise. It's a night and day difference. Now, this isn't just some pie-in-the-sky theory. Let's look at a real-world example of a mature EAI OS that's out there working right now. It's called K.O., the KYield operating system. The engine behind K.O.S. is a hybrid technology called neurosymbolic AI, and this is the real game changer. It actually fuses two types of AI together. It takes the learning and creativity of neural networks, that's the tech behind LLMs, and combines it with the logic, rules, and precision of symbolic AI. So you get the best of both worlds, creativity and accuracy. And here's a look at how it's built. Now, K.O.S. isn't just an app you install. It's an end-to-end system, a foundation. It starts with incredibly precise data management, so you get quality from the very beginning. And because that foundation is solid and secure, you get AI functions that you can actually trust and explain. So, how do your people actually use this system? They interact with Dana, its digital assistant. Dana gives every single employee personalized alerts and dashboards that actually tailor themselves to that person's job. And one of the coolest features is something called the data valve. It lets each person control the flow of information they get, which is a huge weapon in the fight against information overload.
Let's make this super practical. Imagine you're a supply chain manager. You get a red alert from Dana about a critical supplier in Vietnam. With one click, you see this amazing knowledge graph of your entire response network, backup suppliers, shipping brokers, everyone you need. And right from that one screen, you can securely message the right people and solve the problem in minutes, not days or weeks. That is the power of an integrated system. This whole EAI OS approach completely flips the script on security. Unlike those consumer tools where security feels like an afterthought, K.O.S has 4 layers of security designed in from the very beginning. You've got multi-factor authentication, data-centric security that protects the data itself, behavioral security that spots weird activity, and end-to-end encryption. It's a fortress, not just a fence.
This quote from Mark Montgomery just nails the philosophy here. The goal isn't to replace your people with some fancy algorithm. No, the goal is to build a system that captures and amplifies the priceless knowledge your people already have, and turn that knowledge into a structured, competitive asset for the whole company. Okay, let's tie this all together. Choosing to adopt an EAI OS, it's not just another IT project. This is the strategic move. This is how you respond to the AI imperative. It's about consciously choosing the long-term path for your company. At the end of the day, the choice for every leader is becoming incredibly clear, and it's a stark one. You can get sucked into this expensive, high-risk arms race, betting your company's future on inefficient and insecure tools. Or you can choose to evolve. You can build a lasting competitive advantage on a foundation that is solid, secure, and intelligent, one that's actually built for your business. And look, this isn't some brand new, untested idea that just popped up. The journey for K.O.S started with Ethereum way back in 1997. It has been a 3-decade journey of intense research, development, and real-world testing. This is a mature, robust, and scalable system that is ready to go today. So, as you go to make your decision, these are the critical factors you have to consider. Does the AI solution you're looking at offer true security and data sovereignty? Does it keep you in control? Is it affordable and sustainable for the long haul? Is it trustworthy? Is it adaptable to your unique needs? These are the questions that separate the hype from a real enterprise-grade strategy. And that really leaves us with this one final thought. The AI arms race is here. We can't ignore it. So the most important question for you as a leader is this: how are you going to arm your people? Are you going to give them inefficient, risky tools? Or are you going to give them an intelligent system that is designed from the ground up to make them smarter, faster, and more secure?